Unbelievable! That is a dream goal!
They found it! They finally found the goal they were looking for!
What a finish that is! Do not scratch your eyes! This is really happening!
3 ways we help you sell your property easier. At Bell Mason, we are dedicated to connect your property to the right buyers. We set right and competitive pricing for your property. We carefully showcase your listing to reach the right buyers. We work with experts and trustworthy agents for the best guidance, making your selling journey easier, smoother, and with confidence. Message us today. Bell Mason Realty. We are looking for you. Begin your career as a real estate professional. 100% commission earnings, flexible work setup, opportunities across multiple states. Because success is within your reach with Bell Mason Realty. Apply today.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petroax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petroax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Osner. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game & Frame broadcast coming to you live from Queens College, New York. Happy Mother's Day to you all. My name is Francis Argueta, and we are here today to bring you a battle that promises plenty of goals in the Northeast American Conference. Osner FC welcome New York Braveheart SC in what is still an early season. The hosts are coming off a 2-2 draw at New York Empire, which saw them drop points to a late Alan Martinez equalizer. They start for their first loss of the season the week before versus Red Hook. So they look to get things rolling back in the right direction today. Standing in their way is 3-0-1 New York Braveheart, and that is keeping pace with league leaders New York Renegades. Nicholas Tanhofer's brace lifted the squad to victory in their latest meeting versus New York Empire. Their one loss also came at the hands of Red Hook, and they are led up top by their reliable forward, Harry Cook. I don't believe he's in today's roster, but we are moments away from a dynamite duel between teams with high ambitions this season. Stick around for kickoff, which will be headed your way in just a couple of minutes. National anthem is done with, and now all that is left is for the teams to take their sides, and we are going to be ready for kickoff as soon as that whistle blows. Final group huddles are taking place, and the teams are going to set up a pep talk that is going to potentially lift them higher up the table in the early season. Both teams with 4 games down already, looking to close out a Mother's Day weekend with a win apiece. We'll see who comes out with all 3 points, or if the points are going to be shared. Final preparations are getting done. Pictures getting taken of the goalies. Linesmen getting to their positions. Little camera work. Never too late to get those shots taken. Goalie gets a clearance for us to get things going. And there's a whistle we were waiting for. It is kickoff here from Queens College in New York. You are with me for the next 90 minutes on Game and Frame as we bring you the duel between Osner FC and New York Braveheart. Early UPSL action in the Northeast American North Conference. It is Braveheart who starts with the possession with the white jerseys and black shorts. Osner's in all orange with blue numbers. Already we see Romero with some action down the left wing, trying to put a cross across the box, and it goes across to the other side of the field. We have an early throw in for Osner's. And the starting lineup for Osner's, it includes Medina in net, and a back four of Agustin, Kabulu, Colo, and Kevin. A midfield trio of Mimi, Sully, and Miguel. And a front three of Lut, Etienne, and Suche. There is Etienne trying to drop it down for his teammates, and it gets intercepted instead. Oberuk in possession now for Braveheart. Playing it all the way back to keeper Sandy in net. There's a long ball looking for the forward for Braveheart. He's going to be able to get there, but not before getting dispossessed by Colo. Trying to play it out from the back is Osner's. And the tall defender from Braveheart, number 28, comes to dispossess that possession. That is Born Nikolajewski. And a slip with the cross gets intercepted by the defense. That's Augustine playing at left back for Osner's. For Braveheart, they have Rushan Sandy in nets, and a back four of Oberok, Nikolajewski, Jordan Bailon, and Godwin Partey. Almost dispossessed there, but they maintain the possession as they move forward once again. Down the midfield they go, out to the left, to see if we can get in possession for a cross into the box. They play back instead to number 21. It is Braveheart right now who is controlling possession, trying to build up play. In familiar territory at the top of the table early on after 4 games. Mejia passing it along the midfield. And the keeper calmly comes out of his net to take control of that ball. Early action in this matchup. 4 minutes in on this Mother's Day Sunday. Bailon, calm and composed, plays it back to his defender. Oh, almost dispossessed once again. Miguel Soto playing the pesky position up front, putting pressure on the back line, hoping for a slip up. So far, Braveheart has been able to hold them off. Bailon switching it all the way to the other side of the backfield. And Medina will be able to take possession of that ball once again, as we are within the first 5 minutes of the game between Osner's FC and New York Braveheart SC. It is Osner's now who is trying to play from the back with Benedict Agustin, who puts a good ball up front. Just a little too much power behind that one. Sandy's able to take the possession and play out from the back once again down the left side of the pitch. And here is a long ball looking for the left winger up front. I believe that is Pinto, who's not able to get to it. The pressure persists from both sides, and a mistake could be costly here. Braveheart shoot, and it's a save by Medina. Called on early in the game, and he responds to the call with the crucial save to prevent his side from going down with an early 1-0 deficit. But Braveheart continued to persist. They move forward up the pitch, gets taken down, no foul call by the referee, and we go down the opposite way. Suchet plays to the midfield and not able to find his teammate. Instead, Braveheart win the ball back again. Pinto trying to drop it down for Romero. Before, not happy with the no call earlier on, speaking with the referee. And the ball goes out of play for what is going to be the first corner of the match for Braveheart. We'll see what they can come up with from the set piece position. Already got a shot on target. Looks like it's not going to be a corner. It's instead going to be a long throw in into the box. Looking for Romero. The header from the defense goes first, and the shot goes above the crossbar for what is now going to be Osner's goal kick. There's a goal kick. Osner's trying to go on the offensive with Etienne. Instead, defense is to it first, and we got another throw in on the other side of the field. Sully over to Soto, who loses the ball, and a foul is called now on the trip as Mejia goes down. Braveheart plays it quick. Nikolajewski was an option for Oberok. Instead, he goes down to Partey, and now there's two options up front. The play is passed over to before, but the flag was raised by the linesman. We play on with the main official. It looked like both forwards were offside in that possession. Medina put under pressure, lifting it up to his fullback, and now playing it down the middle to Etienne. Etienne holds on well. Now a ball is looking across the field over to Suchet. Defense to it first, who play it safely to Sandy's gloves. And that one is too far down the left side of the pitch. Osner will get another throw in. We're getting early action both sides of the pitch. Both teams looking for the first and opening goal in this match, which would promise, I believe, more than a couple goals, maybe even in each direction. Augustin holding off well, over to Suche. It remains a Braveheart ball from the throw-in position. Both teams staring at first place New York Renegades, who has played 5 games already on the season. 5 straight wins for them as they pick up right where they left off last season. The national UPSL champions, that is. Romero plays it well over to Pinto, but the flag is raised. Once again, Braveheart with some action up front, but not able to stay onside up until this point. Augustin under pressure but maintains the possession for your home team. Braveheart now playing from the back, getting into the midfield, and now in the middle of the field. Holding on to possession is Daniel Bedoya, looking at the run by Romero. Romero may get there. Romero still. And the foul is called late. I believe that was on Augustin, trying to keep back Romero from getting inside the box. And Braveheart have a free kick in a pretty dangerous position of the field, just outside the 18-yard box. Romero looks to be the one setting up, but so is Daniel Bedoya. Romero steps off. It will be Bedoya's ball to put into the box. Oberoka and Nikola Juski are key targets, and Medina does not allow that to take place. Powerful hands, forces the ball out of play, and for another throw-in for Braveheart. Osner is once again playing from the back. We're about 15 minutes into the first half, still no goal. We'll see for how long that persists. Suche. Handball claim, referee obliges for the free kick in the middle of the field. We have a stop and play here. As we get another ball into the field for this free kick to be taken by Benedict Agustin. There's a powerful chest by Etienne, dropping it down for Soto. Backpedaling now, all the way back it goes to Kabulu. Well done there by the midfielder to get around the defender. Here comes Augustin down the left side of the pitch, putting a ball into the box, way over the box. It'll be a goal kick for Rushan Sandy for Braveheart. I'll take this on to remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Before dropping it down neatly for number 21 in the midfield. Instead, Osner gets the possession back with Medina in net. Back to Congaros Medina in all red. Mimi Dahomel. Dangerous ball there, almost given away. Instead, Osner maintains possession. Another dangerous ball over to Kabulu. He's able to play it out from the back to Benedict Augustin. Here comes Miguel Soto, midfield. This possessed well by Oberuk. And Osner is able to win it right back with Mimi Dahomel. Osner continues with play until they got this possessed right now. There's a play over to Romero. Not able to keep it at his feet instead. Here's Kolo Mason. Kevin Mondesir, back to Mason. Switching the field beautifully over to Benedict Augustin, who has tons of space and room to go inside, trying to force the ball up front. Oberuk well positioned to win it right back. And now Joseph Wright. Romero may be offside here. No, linesman says no, flag stays down. Romero cutting inside, puts a cross across the box. Heads outside over to Diaz, who looked to keep it in. Mejia, excuse me. And now before, cutting inside the box he goes. And force outside, will play it back. A tracking back Soto wins it for Osners, and now the breakaway is on. Counter-attack football instead. Soto's not able to find the ball to find Suche, who are not on the same page just yet. But both are key options for this Osners offense, who will look to get on the score sheet to counter Braveheart's high-powered offense. Born Nikolajewski. Romero trying to thread the needle. Instead, Osner is well positioned. Now the ball looking up for Suche, and that is a tall man to go above. Oberuk keeps it in play for Braveheart. Well composed defender. That was a risky ball that didn't cost him this time around. It'll be a throw-in for New York Braveheart. As mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, Osners is coming off a 2-2 draw versus New York Empire. They look to be on their way to all 3 points until Alan Martinez got the equalizer with time expiring in the second half to force the split points. Romero gets taken down. We play on with Pinto. And here's Party. Godwin lifting it up for Romero. Kabulu is right there, keeping track with the powerful forward. Osner's responding well so far to a very dangerous Braveheart squad. 20 minutes, no goals yet in this first half, coming to you live from Queens College. Oh, powerful tackle there, Romero. I believe that was before actually, I guess, taken down in the middle of the field. No car shown just yet by the main official. Got to win Partey over to before. Nikola Juski looking at the wide open Jordan Byland on the right side, drops it neatly with his chest, brings it inside the box, looking for Pinto. And that ball remains possession for Braveheart on the offensive for most of this game. Wright trying to dispossess Soto, who does well. And they give it right back over to Joseph Wright. Wright puts it across the box. Still alive here. And Osner manages to get it out of harm's way. They look to be trying to start the counterattack offense. Here comes Etienne in the middle of the field. Back to Sully. Sully lifting it up down the right side, and that is a clear offside. Widmanson gets caught offside that possession, but more of that is what Osner needs to find the opening chance and trouble Sandy in net. Bedoya will be able to get to that ball and immediately puts it across the box. And now we're going to have our first corner of the match, and it goes to Braveheart in the 23rd minute of the first half. Next weekend, we have a pair of games heading your way on Game and Frame. First off is Philadelphia Lone Star versus Ironbound SCP at 4:30 in the Premier American League South. I'll give you the next game right after this corner is taken. Straight into the box it goes. Powerful header. Medina, second time around, is able to control the possession, and looks like he was hurt on the second shot attempt, and he'll need a little bit more time to get back to his feet. Obrook was the man who rose to the occasion. And Medina's able to resume. As mentioned prior in the broadcast, two big defenders for Braveheart will be key pieces in those set pieces to target that height and trouble the goalkeeper. He rose to the occasion this time around. Mimi, number 8, gets the ball right back, playing the captain's role for this squad. And we go again with Augustin, who's getting a lot of space down that left side, I should say, looking for the back pass, and fouls his opponent. Right. Right again. Bailon making the run up top. Very capable of playing in midfield. That's why you see him at that advanced position. The flag was raised for an offside. Braveheart with the free kick. Before, ooh, Romero took a big kick to the back of his feet. Obrook asking the question that was in my head as well. How many more chances until the first yellow is shown? I think the ref is telling Osner just that the next tackle, similar to that one, may result in a yellow card being shown. Godwin. Godwin gets it right back. Trying to put a cross in. Deflected out. Further out by Osners. Here it comes to Bailon. Almost turns into a 3-5-2 on offense, or 3-4-3, whatever you choose. As the right back moves up the pitch. Coach Jorge Gonzalez is the man in charge of Braveheart, formerly of East Coast FC. Has him in a solid position early in the season. Red Hook is the one contributor to the defeats for both sides we see on the pitch today. Red Hook defeated Osner by a score of 4-3, and they defeated Braveheart 3-2. So again, both of these teams are well accustomed to scoring plenty of goals. So it's been a relatively quiet start so far. I can guarantee that won't last all game. Bedoya lifting it up, looking for Pinto, making the run. Kabulo, well-timed challenge. Sends it far into the bleachers for what is going to be another throw-in. Headed Braveheart's way. Nearing the half-hour mark in the first half, still no goal to separate these two. Braveheart so far with the better of the chances off that corner from Oberok's header, but Medina was able to respond in that occasion. Godwin with patience. And now he makes his way up the pitch. This is Bailon over to Bedoya. Two players with a lot of UPSL experience. Godwin over to Romero. Trying to find the opening, but it's all hands on deck for Osners on defense. Party. Oh, that was a bad giveaway over to Soto, who has some clever footwork to avoid the challenge coming on from Party. And that goes above the head. Etienne one-on-one the keeper, and there's a save. Rushan Sandi this time steps up to the occasion and keeps this leveled at 0 apiece. That was the opening Osner's been waiting for, and the keeper rises to the occasion. Instead, Osners will have their first corner of the match. Miguel Soto, big piece of that counter, starting things up in midfield after winning the possession. And now, here comes the corner. And it goes inside the box, and safe hands by the keeper once again. Sandy was right where he needed to be, and that was such an important save to prevent his side from going down 1-0. And now Romero's going down the other way with limited support. Pinto showing help, and that's who he chooses to go to. Soto maintaining the pressure. Here comes Mejia switching the field over to Bailon, who puts the ball inside. Pinto header. No harm in that one. The tempo is starting to pick up a little bit as we have less than 15 minutes to go in the first 45. Number 77, similar to Luka Doncic, Soto, playing just like him on the field. That time finds its way over to Sandy's gloves. Godwin orchestrating his side to get open. He goes all the way to the other side of the field to Nikola Juski, number 28. Now it's Oberuk on the other side. Looking for the run by Pinto. Kabulu. Kevin Mondesir looking to switch the side over to Agustin, but didn't have enough juice behind that one. Romero not able to keep it down the first time, trying to still battle for possession. And it stays alive now with Bailon. Strong challenge, this one clean. Bedoya looking to thread the needle. And I believe that's Pinto who's able to get to the ball. But defense standing solid so far. Osner's doing well to respond to the passes from this very capable midfield. Bailon comes out on top of that 50-50. And Mejia, too much on that one. Both sides showing a willingness to push forward and threaten the goalkeepers. Back it goes to Meissen. Congaros lifting it up to Lutz. Lutz Widmison cutting inside, long distance shot. Very ambitious from there, and it's high above the net. We'll need another ball to be put in play. I don't hate that chance. Have plenty of room to take the shot, and he clearly has the foot. Next time just needs to keep it in between the three posts. It's Mel. And here's Sully. Kabulu over to the Hamel. Mondesir not ever able to get past his man. And possession turns over to your team in white and black this evening. Beautiful day for football here in Queens. Very little wind. And I won't mention the R word, but we don't have precipitation right now. Hopefully it remains the case. Etienne. Kabulu. Agustin continues to be given that space on the left side. Bailon keeping an eye on him, but still giving him the space. And before comes out on top. Pushing up the field he goes. Here's Party now, over to Mejia. Mejia sees the run by Balan, and now we'll find him. Nikolajewski over to right. We have less than 10 minutes to go in the first half, still no goals. Party. There's an opening in midfield. Mejia. Romero. We're read well by the defense, and it lands to Osner now. Miguel Soto. Augustine playing it back to Kabulu. Over to Mason. I gotta say, aside of the spurts in offense, hasn't been the highly powered offense that we've been accustomed to, but it is definitely two sides measuring each other up to see who folds first and makes the first big mistake. So far, both sides able to respond to each other's threats. Romero loses possession again. Soto doing well to avoid the challenge. Miguel Soto still loose, not able to find him. But Benedict is right where he needs to be to win it right back. Mimi. And there's the foul. Ref will be pleased. He hasn't had to blow his whistle too much in the last 10 minutes or so. Osners are on high alert. Still no bookings, but if I were to choose a team who will be the first one to get on the booking list, it would be the team in orange. Back to San Diego's. This is Romero. Pinto was making the run. He wasn't able to find him in time. Before. Kangaros lifted up to Mondesir. And now Etienne holding possession. Gets taken down and wins the foul. Mimi Demel. Kangaros over to Sully. And now over to Benedict Agustin. Lutz loses the ball this time around. Bailon dribbling into trouble. Big lead from the defender. He'll need some time to get back to his feet. That is Kabulu. Kabulu needs some more time to get back to his feet, but has a word with the referee. Romero claiming he got hit, but referee sees nothing there as we continue down the other side. Miguel Soto almost able to get to that one. Seto Baruch clears away. And here's Bedoya. Bedoya lifting it, looking for Pinto. Not able to keep it in play. And we have about 4 minutes of regular time to go in the first half. Still no score, surprisingly enough, I'd say, between Osner's SC and New York Braveheart SC. Here comes Before, trying to change that Before, going inside and deflected into the hands of Congaros Medina. Quick release over to Lute. We play on down the other side with Mejia. Jose Mejia over to Bedoya. Bedoya in the box and just off target. The man was open, but wasn't able to guide it into the net. Instead, it'll be a goal kick. And I'm sure a sigh of relief from Congaros Medina. That was the clearest chance we've had in the past few minutes. But we still remain scoreless. And outside it goes to Benedict Agustin, who lifts the ball looking in the direction of his forwards. Instead, Party leaps up, plays it back, trying to find his goalkeeper. Instead, he'll give up a free corner to Osner's SC. Have to say this is one of the nicer evenings I have had in a broadcast for a UPSL game in New York. Signs of summer is around the corner. And now we have another corner coming over here for Osners. Booted as far away as possible by the Braveheart defense. It lands to Soto. And this is Agustin. Not messing around, he goes all the way back to his keeper Medina, and Medina is forced to kick it out of play to get rid of the harm. Romero jukes away from his defender. Osners comes out on top here with Lute. Lute over to Sully, and now Demel. Soto lifting it up into the air. Osners is able to maintain possession with Sully. Cornel Sully, or Totti as they call him, manning the midfield for Osners. Etienne able to get that rebound, keeping it alive. Soto shoots and straight into the hands of Sandy. Did not trouble the goalkeeper the way he was looking to. Sandy makes a comfortable save, and the score remains 0-0 as we had 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Two sides battling for the opening goal and may have to wait until the second half unless we see something surprising in these last few seconds and minutes of extra time. Nikola Juski over to Mejia. Now Bedoya. And there is the R word that I was talking about. We're seeing our first few drops of water as we're nearing the halftime whistle. And this lands to Soto. Middle of the field, powering forward. Sliding challenge by Party does just enough to help win back the ball for Braveheart. And that was a giveaway down the other way. Soto gets it right back. Soto looking for the run by Etienne. Etienne gets taken down, and it was an offside flag raised by the linesman. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Here comes that R word that I was mentioning. The rain has started here in Queens College. Light for now. Let's hope it stays that way. And there's the halftime whistle. It is scoreless between Osner SC and New York Braveheart, but we have two teams battling for position in the opening stages of the Northeast American Conference. We'll bring you the second half in just a few minutes here on Game and Frame.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petroax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petroax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Osner. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Three ways we help you sell your property easier. At Bell Mason, we are dedicated to connect your property to the right buyers. We set right and competitive pricing for your property. We carefully showcase your listing to reach the right buyers. We work with experts and trustworthy agents for the best guidance, making your selling journey easier, smoother, and with confidence. Message us today. Bell Mason Realty. are looking for you. Begin your career as a real estate professional. 100% commission earnings, flexible work setup, opportunities across multiple states. Because success is within your reach with Bell Mason Realty. Apply today.
And we are just moments away from the kickoff of the second 45 minutes here from Queens College to bring you the second half of Osner FC versus New York Braveheart in the UPSL Northeast American North Conference. Leveled at the break, not too surprising. What is surprising is the score. 0-0 between these two high-powering offenses. So it hasn't delivered the goals we were expecting. It has delivered some chances, some pretty clutch saves from both sides, and we'll see who's the first team to blink in this second half. I'm not aware of any subs that have taken place, but once we pick that up, I'll be sure to let you know. And there's a whistle we were waiting for. 45 minutes left in this clash between Osner FC, who's in all orange, and New York Braveheart in white and black. Both keepers were tested, though not as often as expected, and both rose to the occasion to keep the back of their nets clean and free of goals up to this point. This is Mimi Demel, and now it's Sully. Sully pushing forward over to Lute, takes a shot, and there's a diving stop by the keeper. Early action in the first minute, and Sandy rises to the occasion to force the first corner of the second half. Lute Widmison got all of that one, and Rushan Sandy responded just like he did in the first half to keep this thing scoreless. Here comes the corner. Edge of the box it goes. There's a header by Lute. Party trying to deal with it. Etienne making it hard for him, but Party comes out on top. Given away though, over to Sully. And now it's Widmison. Sorry. That is Demel, I should say, Mimi Demel, and it's kicked out of play, or almost. Kabula will keep it in play. It goes over to Sully in midfield. Oh, that was actually Suche. I apologize, guys. That was number 17, Suche, with that shot from earlier. Lute Widmison is number 10 on this side of the pitch. So my apologies for that. Trying to give proper credit where it is due. The precipitation, as we'll call it, has died off just a little bit. Just a quick shower. We'll see and hope that it remains dry for most of the remainder of this match. Oberok playing it over to Nicolo Juski. Here it comes over to Belfour. Party. Mason. Back to Kabulu. Under pressure by Romero. And now over to Augustin. There's Suche. Mimi trying to drop it down for his winger. Instead, it is recovered by Braveheart. All the way to Medina in net for Osner FC. that's kicked out of play. And a little update on the table. Renegades played their 6th game of the season, and to no surprise, they won that match as well. They remain in first place with 6 games played. The only team in the league also with 6 games is Kelmendi FC, and they had just 1 win. Kelmendi was the last clean sheet for both of these sides a couple of weeks back. One side won it a little differently than the other. Braveheart won by a score of 7-0. Osner's won 2-0 against Kelmendi. So again, the potential for goals is there. It just hasn't showed up quite yet. And that trickery almost cost the free kick from being executed well. Instead, it goes safe into the hands of Medina, and that is not a good kick by the goalkeeper, but a foul is called by the main official for preventing the keeper to get that off cleanly. Kangaros Medina will get a second go at it, this time taking it quickly. Augustin gives it away to Romero. Romero creeping down the right side, looking for support before showing help. Romero takes a shot and is deflected out for a corner for Braveheart. And today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbro.com, umbroteam.com, to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Bedoya will be the man in charge of putting this into the danger zone. There's a cross, deflected away. Soto trying to put a foot on it. And a slip there by Bailon. Osner's not able to keep it in play though. We'll see how long it takes for the first sub of the game to take place. Kangaros with a deep, powerful kick, looking for Etienne up top. And it bounces to Suche. Suche still, cuts inside. And Party, not fooling around, kicks that as far away as possible, and it'll be a throw-in on the other side of the pitch for Osners. Here's Miguel Soto. Loses it that time around. Mejia does well to avoid the incoming challenges, and now Wright playing it off from before, looking to take on Kabulu. Kabulo does well. Still has to get rid of it. Finds Sully in the middle of the field, who has some footwork to work with as well. Here comes the Mel. Over to Lutz. Lutz continues. Lutz shoots. Lutz, diving stop again from Sandy. Still alive. And Party gets to the rebound, kicks it out of play. Sandy once again with the diving effort to keep this game scoreless. And it looks like Suchi is down and needing attention. In the second half, it has been Osner as a more threatening team so far, forcing a couple of diving efforts from Sandy. When they're not on the same page, this throw-in, but they're able to win it back with Colo. Colo Mason. Kangaro's lifting it up for Soto. Mimi drops it down. Joseph Wright brings it down. for Braveheart. Over to Bafour, making his way over. And a nice challenge there by Kabulu, clean as a whistle. And now it goes over to Suchi. Suchi continues on the left side, one-on-one with this defender, cuts inside, shoots, and it is blocked right away. And now it's Mejia trying to push the efforts forward in the opposing direction. Bedoya slows it down. Over to Mejia. And now Romero cutting inside from the right wing position before it goes down. And this will be our first yellow of the game. And it goes Kabulu's way. And we'll also have our first sub of the game. It is for Suchi. Suchi exits the pitch. Kieflin comes in his place. Pinto will try to keep this ball in play. He does successfully, and now the incoming challenge for Osners. He goes back to Godwin Party. And Godwin not able to get it through to his forward. Instead, here's Sully, the old spinneroo, is not able to find Kieflin. Colo just kicking it out of play for the throw-in instead of the corner. Ten minutes down in the second half, still no score between Osners and Braveheart. Godwin will be putting this ball in play into the box. Not deep enough. Rebound lands his way. And now another cross goes inside. Same result. Godwin switching the side. Bailon doing well to keep off two defenders. Keeping it alive over to Mejia. Now it's Romero. Romero over to Bafour. Not able to connect on the 1-2. Soto instead pushes the other way, looking for Kieflin, trying to make an impact shortly after coming on. Kieflin down the right side. He has some time to make a decision here. Goes inside the box, takes a shot, and it is a foot save by Sandy. Joseph Wright over to Leo Pinto. Pinto continues. Pinto looking for an opening. He takes a shot. And it's a block by the defense. Soto now, once again the other way, looking for his left winger in this position, Etienne, who somehow the ball stays in play. Well done by Sandy to find the open Mejia. And this is Bedoya now. Slowing things down, looking for Romero. Romero goes down, but no foul called on Meissen. And Osner's not able to get on the same page. Here it comes. Jose Mejia looking over for Daniel Bedoya. Mejia will put a cross inside the box. Colo Meissen responds once again. Looks like we'll have another sub heading Osner's way. That defense has stood strong up to this point. And looks like Etienne will be the man coming off for the sub. Kiefer Caesar came inside with the number 11 earlier. Now it's number 19, Glenford Gentle, who comes on for Osners, sporting the number 19. Ref is having a talking to inside the set piece position for the defense, crowding the goalkeeper. Deflected out of play once again. Looks like Soto's getting on the other end of all of these possessions. Kiefer is running, keeping pace. Kiefer will get the ball, and it's too strong. Miguel usually on point in those passes, and this time around wasn't able to. But the ball's given right back to Osners. This is Mimi. And now Caesar. Caesar fakes it. Goes over to Soto. This is Mondesir with the cross. Defense, only players there wearing white and black. And not able to connect once again. A few mistakes here and there for both sides, but my reading on this game so far, 15 minutes into the second half, is neither is willing to budge. Both are doing whatever they can to minimize the mistakes on defense and taking few chances on offense. Colo in a very advanced position from defense, putting pressure on Daniel Bedoya. No one's in white and black in the middle of the field before Dell is able to play it up front for Romero, and Kabulu, or Mimi I should say, does just enough to make the forward uncomfortable and get the ball back in Osner's possession. Only for a little bit, right before Braveheart wins it right back. Godwin over to Joseph Wright. Bedoya over to Party. This is Mejia looking for an opening. Mejia shoots, and it's above the crossbar once again. A little less than 30 minutes to go in this one, with the score still 0-0. If you told me this game might have been decided by one goal, I would have expected it to be a 4-3 like defeat against Red Hook that this Osners team faced a couple of weeks ago. Right now, it might be just a one goal that is scored throughout the whole match. Here comes an incoming cross. Dealt with again by Kabulu. Braveheart with another corner. The big men on defense going up top. And lands to right. Right gets it back from Oberuk. Or Nikola Juski, actually. Bedoya seemingly keeps it in play. It's alive. This is before. And it's deflected away for another corner. The opening was there for the forward / midfielder. But the defense was right where it needed to be. And here they go again with Bedoya. Going around Kieflin. Bedoya with the ball inside, outside the edge of the box. Soto trying to advance it the other way instead. Party wins it right back for Braveheart. Party cuts inside. Party looking to put it into the danger zone, keeping it alive. And it's deflected off the defender. It'll remain Osner's ball. The defender Party in an advanced position, becoming a threat, but has the ball come off his feet for Osner to retain possession. "25 minutes to go in this one. Osners is the only team without a blemish on their record, or Renegades, I should say, excuse me. Osners with 2 wins, a draw, and a loss. They move forward here with Gentle. Safe into the hands of Sandy. And a forward is down here for Osners. Braveheart entered this match 3-0-1. Red Hook off to an impressive start this season, in second place currently with 5 games played, 4 wins and 1 loss. They won yesterday by a score of 8-0 against NYC Haiti United. Their 1 loss of the season, you can guess it, was against Renegades, and that was a 3-0 defeat away from home. Braveheart currently in 3rd place. Will be even on record with Red Hook if they come out with all 3 points today, but that's proving increasingly difficult. Osner's defense has come to play. But here comes Mejia with an opening. Mejia around the defender, gets taken down on the edge of the box. No foul, says the referee, and they play it down the other way with Mimi. Party. Soto. Caesar over to Soto. Soto looking to switch the field over to Gentle. Beautiful ball there, but an offside position, says the linesman. Beautiful ball though by Soto. If it wasn't offside. Mejia had his arms tucked to his body, which is why the handball wasn't called there. And a turn of possession once again. Here's a throw-in. Gentle not able to keep it in play. Another sub looks to be coming Osner's way. Coach Gonzalez seemingly content with his 11 on the field, hasn't made a change yet. And the sub will take place for Osners. It looks like number 5, if I'm not mistaken. Augustin will be the player to sub off. Looks like Mondesir is switching sides over, potentially taking over for the subbed off Benedict Augustin. Here's Mimi. Sully plays it back. Number 90, Mohamed Diop is a player that comes on for Augustin. Party read that pass well coming from Soto, looking for Caesar. And now we go down the other way. Pinto hits the turbo and is able to keep that ball in play. Back it goes to Bedoya. And now this is an open Mejia. Tempting, but he goes instead back to Joseph Wright. Leo Pinto down this way. Here comes the ball inside the box. And it wasn't able to get the cleanest of finishes. Looks like Braveheart did make a change. And it's number 9, Jackson Gold, who's on the pitch. Nikola Juski over to Mejia. Gold playing it back to Mejia. A bit of confusion there by the linesman. Looks like he wasn't sure where he was going to raise the flag. Instead, it stays here for Osner's FC. Braveheart not happy with that call. That didn't go their way, but we play on here with Miguel Soto. And that was not a good clearance by any measure. A cheap corner to give away. And we have a player down for Osners. I believe that is Sully. Who is going to be needing a change. And that is not good for the midfield, as Totti, as they call him, will be forced off due to injury. Sully comes off. Here comes the sub in his place. Another body will be added to the box to defend this corner kick. Bedoya once again. There comes a header. Deflected out. Party's way. Soto to it first though. And Soto could be on the breakaway. 1-on-1 with number 5 on defense. He finds Kieflin down the other way. Kieflin support comes Braveheart's way. Kieflin continues and puts it behind Soto. Not able to find the pass that they were looking for on that occasion. It looked like it was turning out to be the first goal of the match. But those two have not been able to connect since Kieflin came on in the second half. And that was given away. Joseph Wright wins it back for Braveheart. There's a foul on before. Take it quickly, switch up, down the other side to Umbro. Kieflin coming down for defense. Umbro gets around him. Goes on the edge of the box. Osner's able to win it back. Here's Gentle. This is Kieflin. Now it's Soto on the right side, puts the ball across the box safely into the hands of Sandy. Joel Favard was the player that subbed on in Sully's place, number 16. We continue here. Ball's given away to right. Lands to Bafour. Bafour got plenty of orange jerseys around him, but he's able to find the forward now. The forward shoots, and it's a save by Medina. Defender is down for Osner. Bafour is down for Braveheart. Both are still down, slowly back to his feet as before. And the Osner's player is still down, but we play on as Braveheart has the ball. Referee still not content. We'll let the play continue. The player continues to be down for Osners. Oberuk looking to put a cross in the box. It gets deflected and it'll be another corner. And the whistle's finally blown for the player that is down. Another sub will be making its way in for Osners. We get prepared to take this corner kick. And another man in orange will be making his way onto the pitch. Still no goal in the 76th minute of this match. Bedoya once again from the corner kick position. Ball is up and a foul on the goalkeeper. Osners gets it right back. Gentle, dispossessed by Partey. It is Osner's ball. Bafour is not willing to give it up. He finally does. Back it goes to right. It's actually Nikola Juski right there. Right, showing support for Oberuk. Excuse me, that's actually number 5, George O'Malley. I don't know where these guys are coming from. Didn't notice Braveheart made another sub. But it is a defender, O'Malley, sporting the number 5. A slip behind for Braveheart. And they kick it away to put a stop to the play. We have a little over 10 minutes to go in this one. If it remains scoreless, it'll be one of the shocking moments of this season, in my opinion. Still minutes to go to see if that happens. Red Hook and Renegades will both be happy with this result if it remains the same. And there's a cross. It lands for Cheyenne that creeps just away, barely. It looks like it was deflected and a corner will be taken the other side of the pitch. That ball was dribbling just on the edge of the line. And somehow it remained outside of the net. Now Kieflin will take this corner quickly because nobody saw the run by Dia, who'll put a cross in the box. And it goes above everybody, but they keep it alive. On the edge of the other side of the box, here comes another cross. Headed away. It lands to Soto. This is DeMel. And now Kieflin. Diaz open again if he can find him. Instead he goes to DeMille. DeMille with the shot. And a diving effort by Sandy, but that was for the photo. It was off target the whole way. And Sandy will have a goal kick. Pinto not able to find the pass for his forward. Easily recovered by Osner. 10 minutes to go in this one. Still anybody's game. We're coming to you live on Game and Frame from Queens College to bring you New York Braveheart facing Osner FC. A foul is called there on Favard. Before taken down by Colo, ball says the referee. O'Malley lifting it up for Pinto down the left side of the pitch and not able to get there in time. Looks like it'll be a throw-in right near the corner flag. Pinto finds his way inside the box and he shoots straight into the hands of the keeper. The ball didn't look out of play by the linesman's measures. Braveheart disagreed. Kabulu under pressure before forces a mistake. Turnover in possession over the byline it goes. Oh, and that's a bad giveaway there. Osner could be on with Gentle. Gentle slows it down, waiting for support. It goes to Soto. Soto 1-on-1. Soto shoots, and Soto scores! 81st minute of the match, we find our first goal. And it's Miguel Soto who puts Osner up top by 1-0. And Soto is down. And he'll need a sub. The forward is injured in the play. But he might have rescued all 3 points for the home team. Not without sacrifice. The forward has been everywhere on the pitch. He comes up with the goal in this occasion. And Osner is looking for a response to the injury. But what a potential costly mistake on defense to result in the first goal of the match. A little less than 10 minutes to go. And it's unfortunate for Miguel that he'll have to come off with an injury. But now Osner needs to do is defend like they've been doing all game to come out with all 3 points and their third win of the season. Oberock making his way forward. Over to Bedoya. Bedoya gives it away. And it's everybody on defense for this Osner squad who are looking to come out with all 3 points. Pinto by himself. Diaz showing support. So is Kieflin. O'Malley. Over to Nikola Juski. And now it's Party. Defended well by Osners. Pinto. Pinto. Edge of the box it goes. Cleared away by the defense once again. '84th minute of the match. 1-0 in favor of Osners. Everybody on this other side of the field except for Sandy in net. As Bailon tempting the cross, he puts it into the box. There's a header, and it's just above the crossbar. Those crucial crosses coming from Bailon and Bedoya throughout the whole match, and they're ever so close to equalizing. But it wasn't to be, just inches off the crossbar. Medina. O'Malley comes out on top of that 50-50, but he loses it right away to Mimi DeMel. It remains possession for the orange team. The home team, Osners FC. This will be a big 3 points early on in the season if they can take down Braveheart. No BS clearance there by Sandy. That will find its way deep inside the parking lot. An expensive clearance there by the goalie. You can sense the urgency here for Osners to defend, and defend. Now 3 minutes to go of the 90 plus whatever is added on. A couple of injuries have stopped play. I'm expecting at least a couple of minutes added on. We'll see what the official thinks. This is O'Malley. Over to Pinto. A sprinting Kieflin. Looking to recover on defense. O'Malley under pressure. Finds before, middle of the field. Before continuously checking in from the advanced position. Making his way up the field. Crosses, landed over to Pinto. And now the 9 cuts inside. Puts a cross in, safely into the hands of Congaros Medina as the bench claps on for Osners. And Medina lifts it up looking for Gentle. Mimi gets to the second one. Wright gets to the third. And Pinto off balance, not able to get in position. Just a couple of minutes left of regular time. 1-0 is the score. Here's Braveheart pushing forward with O'Malley under pressure. Finds Pinto. Before making a run down the left side, Pinto finds instead down the other way. A diving Medina does what he can to prevent that from finding the forward. And Braveheart have a throw in. This is right. O'Malley down to Leo Pinto. Pinto with the cross. Deep down the other way. And is not able to be kept in play. It'll be a goal kick for Medina. So close to all 3 points in a big early win in the season for Osners. Mimi continues, lifting it forward. Only O'Malley's there. He goes all the way back to Sandy. Weighing his options, he goes over to his defender there, lifting it forward now for Bailon down the right side of the field. Kabulu is right where he needs to be to defend that ball and get another goal kick for his side. Six minutes of added time to this one, so don't go anywhere. We have more football ahead of your way. 9:30 here on the East Coast in New York. We're coming to you live from Queens College. We'll play until at least 9:36. And there's a heavy challenge there by Gentle. A loud scream from the defender who goes down. And everybody is pushing forward now for Braveheart as we are in added time. Here comes a cross. Mimi is to the first one. Favard to the second one. And they continue forward. Kieflin over here. Dion making the run down the right side. There could be some tire legs there, but Dion pushes forward. Dion pushes it across the other side of the box. Deflected away. Defense doing whatever they can. And it's still Osner's ball. They take their time with this one. And they should have taken a little longer as they give it right back to Braveheart. We continue here. Nikola Juski finding Bailon. And now it's before seeing the incoming run from Jordan Bailon, who's not able to get to that one and is giving away. Not enough communication from the defense that could have let it go out of bounds for a goal kick. Instead, he gives it back to Braveheart for the throw-in. Bailon again with the chance. Here's a cross. There's a header by Oberuk. Not able to keep it on target. And this time it will be a goal kick, as everybody takes their sides on the field. We have about 3 minutes left to go in this one. 3 more minutes for 3 more points for Osners if they can keep this the way that it is. O'Malley looking forward for Pinto. Pinto able to chest it down, but not able to keep possession alive. Bedoya. Over to Oberuk. Nicholas Oberuk. Bailon still. And a beautiful sliding challenge by Favard. For Nikola Juski, I should say, gets taken down, and the referee signals to the goal kick and a loud roar can be heard from the Osner side as they near closer and closer to a win at home against last season's top 4 finisher. And they're not able to keep it in play. Braveheart still have life, but not much more time. Over a minute to go in this match. Bedoya makes his way forward, passing Kieflin. Kieflin tracking back over to before, and a clearance once again by Osners. O'Malley taking his time, weighing his options, puts it in the box, and there's a header from the defense, clearing it away. It lands to Pinto. Pinto shoots, deflected, and cleared once again over to before. O'Malley will try again, and that's a wild cross. No danger in down when it goes out of bounds. He had more time than he expected. And it looks like Osners will finish this one on top. It has to be less than a minute now. Our clock slightly off with the one you see on the scoreboard. O'Malley is the first one to that one. It remains Braveheart ball. Only a matter of seconds now to see if Braveheart can find a last-minute equalizer, just like Empire did against this same Osner squad. And the cross is put inside by Jackson. Deflected away, and there's the final whistle. Osners escapes with 1 goal, but all 3 points at home. In a big-time matchup, Osner comes out victorious. Stick around because we will have post-match interviews with the winning side. My name is Francis Argueta. Stick around on Game and Frame.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petroax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petroax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Osner Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Three ways we help you sell your property easier. At Bell Mason, we are dedicated to connect your property to the right buyers. We set right and competitive pricing for your property. We carefully showcase your listing to reach the right buyers.
This is Francis Argueta here with Game and Frame, and here with the winning side, Osner FC, we have Dio and Keeflin, who come out with all 3 points, 2 second-half subs that helped seal a victory at home against Braveheart. We'll start here with Keeflin. You were tracking back a lot on defense, and you contributed to this clean sheet. Two high-powered offenses. What was working for you guys on defense, and what led to that game-winning goal?
Before we get to the game, we already know they have very good quality players, so we know we have to go motivated, be ready. There was the last 20 minutes of the game, so we have to go hard. We are lucky enough we pressed them high, their defender make a mistake, and we scored a goal. But after that, it was like 10 minutes left in the game, so we had to press up, and we have to go back on defense and do the most possible to get that one today.
And Dio, what did you see from your back four that helped seal this victory? Your goalkeeper as well had some pretty big saves. What was working for you guys on defense in this one?
All right, so the defense is just like we were working on, getting like too close, like compact. So that helped us like a lot, really a lot. Yeah, when you like stay compact and defend well. Yeah. And
you guys had a counterattack goal with Miguel Soto, and you were pressing on top. Was that your strategy in this game, counterattack offense with a strong offensive side, or were you guys looking for mistakes? What was the strategy heading into this one?
We already know they're a team that play with the ball a lot, so they have a lot of numbers up. So we had the game plan. As soon as we get the ball, we got the fast players. You got me on the wing. You got Miguel that's very fast, very good. So as soon as we get the ball, we get it to the midfield and look for the wingers, and the wingers do the rest of the job. So we press them high as well, make sure they make a mistake. As soon as they make the mistake, we got the fast player. We just let them go, and then it pays off at the end. 100%.
Okay, and what do you guys take away from this victory to keep pushing forward? 3 wins on the season. How do you guys make it more?
So we just have to work more and prepare for the next game, because the next game will be a really tough one against Renegades. So we're really looking forward to that one, and be ready for it.
All right, there you have it, guys. We with Osner FC take away all 3 points by a score of 1-0 at home. You heard it here. They got Renegades next. It'll be a big game early on in the season in the Northeast American Conference.